Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're here in nature. How to stop overthinking, excessive thinking, exams, work, the world we're living in. So many thoughts are flooding our minds every single day. Here's what's helped me along my journey. Let me tell you a story. Student, master, they're sitting down in a place somewhere like here. The student asks the master, have you ever tried to become accustomed to the truth? The master said, what truth? Then the student replied, the truth of life. The master then replied, when I am hungry, I eat. When I am thirsty, I drink. And when I am tired, I go to sleep. Then the student laughed and said, that's what everyone does. Then the master replied in a very quiet voice, no, because when you eat, you are thinking of various other things, therefore allowing yourself to be disturbed. That is how I see overthinking in a nutshell. The first tool that has helped me is mindfulness. And that is what that story is about. It is about developing 100% awareness in every single cell within our body. Because many of us, we are on autopilot when we are walking around the streets. We are automatons. Mindfulness is about being conscious of the sensations arising in your body, allowing thoughts and emotions to flow through you without judgment. It's not about reacting to what you are feeling, because this whole world we are living in has many of us rushing around, but we are mindless. We are not mindful. Being mindful is where you tap into the present moment 100%. You become conscious of even washing the dishes, taking the dog for a walk. The cat won't go with you. Chewing your food instead of just gulping it down. Exercising, moving into your body, becoming an observer of how you breathe. When you are breathing deep from the base of your spine, the inhalations and the exhalations, coming into nature, all of this helps us to stop overthinking. What is the difference between overthinking and being mindful? Okay, so you have a whole list of what you have to do for today. And you're walking down the road and you walk into a lamppost. So you're not conscious that you are walking because you are overthinking. Being mindful is where your mind is very sharp. You could see that lamppost from a mile away. Animals in their natural state are very mindful. They know when an earthquake is coming before it comes, because they have this coherency between the heart, mind, and body. And all of this helps us to stop overthinking. If you are overthinking, you have been hacked. Because that's how I see the mind, like an operating system. We are overthinking because we are in resistance to thoughts we have. But mindfulness is about letting go of this resistance. The second tool is all about stepping into the radical action, just doing it. And what I always love to do along my journey is to move out of the freeze moment. You're doing the robot. That freeze moment is the paralysis. Analysis is paralysis. And that only happens when we are planning too much. Enough of the theory, more of the practical. And it's never going to be easy, because once you plunge yourself into that radical action, you are stepping into the unknown. But you can only do that when you stop giving yourself such a hard time. That is how to stop overthinking. It goes on to the third tool, which is to let go of perfection. I talk of letting go of perfection is where perfection begins. I've seen it. What keeps us locked into thinking so much? Assumptions. Assumptions make bad conclusions. Is because we are attempting to control everything outside of ourselves. When we are overthinking, much of the time it is coming from external stimuli. Because the thinking mechanism comes to a stop when we can accept ourselves 100%, when we can love ourselves 100%, when we can see that it's not about making sure everything is always neat and tidy, because that creates more stress, more pressure on the body. It's about giving yourself a break. Many of us, we have excessive thinking because we are waiting for the approval of other people. We are waiting for the validation from other people. We are worried and we are caring what other people think of us. So the only way to stop thinking about that is to be outrageous. Say something that will shake the world, that will even scare yourself to say, wow, did I just say that? That is how to stop overthinking. It is to let go of who you think you are. Number 4, I use the tool of developing a wider perspective, because most of our thoughts are projections. They are artificial constructs we have drawn up deep within our mind, but they are not real. So therefore, we have to stop identifying with our thoughts like our thoughts are us. No. I always realize that if everyone put all of their problems in a pile, many of us would grab our piece of paper back immediately, because our problems are only problems when we think about them, when we ruminate on them, when we are not absorbing ourselves in the present moment. A wider perspective is to see that When we talk of raising the frequency, many of us are living in a low vibration because we spend the whole day focusing on our lives. When you start being of service to humanity, you can't start thinking about all your problems. You want to start sharing with the world, giving the world solutions to make all of our lives better. You're going outside of yourself. There's no time to start worrying about yourself. That stops overthinking. And the last tool I use is to stay away from people that overthink too much. I always am aware, if I am around people that gossip a lot, I better start running, because I don't want to judge people, because I see where it ends. It only leads to separation. I'm about connecting and surrounding myself with people who help uplift my spirit. Are you focusing on what you want or on what you fear? I see, what news sources am I tuned into? Because I don't even watch the news. But many of the news stations promote fear. We take that into ourselves, and now we have a lot of problems to think about. So we have to ask ourselves, what are we consciously tuning into every single day? I love nature. I love the ocean. I love the sun. And because of that, that helps me to clear my mind. Eating beautiful plant-based foods brings me mindfulness. Being with people who are all about elevation brings me a greater clarity. Keep it simple. That is my philosophy of life, because the more we complicate life, it becomes boring. It becomes more arduous. It's a greater struggle to get up every single day. And simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. Simplicity is efficiency. And that helps us to stop this excessive thinking. Many of us, we want to do more because it seems better. But we can do less and get more out of it. And that's where I am at right now. It's all about knowing what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you're going to be thinking a whole lot. If you don't know why you came here, the thoughts are going to multiply and multiply. But what I'm doing is simplifying every single area of my life. I don't want no trouble. I just want pure relaxation, and it's right here. Many of us are overthinking because we are overstimulated. Coffee, soda, Coke. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. So because of this, we are going at 1,000 miles per hour. And what I realized along my journey is that the environment we place ourselves in shapes who we are. Therefore, in not having these excessive thoughts, once I started to embrace nature every single day and meditate every single day, the thoughts just passed away like clouds. Bye. Because when we see that where we surround ourselves most often is what we end up becoming, we have to ask ourselves, where are we spending the best 8 hours of our day? And more so, how is this affecting our thoughts? Because the secret to stop overthinking is mindfulness. And that can only happen when we place ourselves in an environment which complements our own energy. Every single day I am enjoying it because I see in this matrix, many of us want the marathon. Me? I want the beach holiday. I'm already there. Mango juice. Just right there. You can see the dolphins over there as well. So there you have it. Remind yourself to live life to the full. And remind yourself that in 100 years, if you're still alive, would that problem you're thinking about right now, would it matter? We are here in nature with the birds, with the bees, with the flowers, and with the sky. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is who had the most fun. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.